Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? Here we go. We gonna be rich, successful. We gonna get whatever we want in life. We about to make it happen. Okay, so I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna try to make some short videos. I know y'all will be like, if only that girl could make some short videos. Get to the point, girl. Get to the point. I'm gonna try. I talk a lot, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about my sister LaVon. Okay, my sister LaVon was my mom had 7 kids. It was my oldest sister, then it was me, and then it was LaVon, and then the rest of my sister and brother. When I get to talk about them, then I go down to it. But anyway, my sister LaVon, when we were young, I felt like my sister hated me. It would be like often. She would come up to me and pop me in the face. She would hit me in the face. She would yell at me, scream at me. She would always want to fight. And there would be times that, like, let me give you some examples. One day she had got a skillet in her hand and she came up to me and took this, and now you know them skillets, what do you call those big old heavy skillets? I can't remember right now, y'all. But she took that skillet and hit me in the head. Boom! I was sitting on the couch, and then I jumped up and got on top of her and started beating her. And then I was like, why do you always, I asked her, I said, why? Why do you always come up to me and hit me, and you know I could beat your butt? She was like, 'cause I can't stand you, I don't like you. And I'm like, and I couldn't understand it because it was my sister under me. I could not understand why she did not like me. I couldn't understand it. It was like pure hate. I mean, she would yell and scream, you stupid, you this, you that, you this. And I was like, what? Me? And so, out of all the kids, she was throughout our life, like I said, she would always fight me and all this. But as she became an adult, she still didn't like me and she would be like, talk crazy. But I was always the one that always was there for her. I was always the one that if she gets stranded in another state, I'm sending the money. Go get my sister. And I was always the one, if she needed something, here you go. You know, I was always there for her. And then one day I just had to ask. I said, why? Why do you hate me so much? And she was grown then. This was actually a few years before she died. And she said to me, I don't hate you. You're my sister. I love you. But she was like, but I hated the fact that others loved you. And I couldn't understand it. And she was like, it was like this. I was always under you. Everybody loved Rochelle. I love her. I love her. And she was like, she could walk into a room and nobody would ever know she's there. And if anybody spoke to her, they would go up to her and say, where's Rochelle? Where's your sister? Where's your sister? She's so beautiful. Where's your sister? Where's your sister? And she said, and then she was like, it was either, saying nice things or it would be like, where's Rochelle? I can't stand her. I hate her. And I was like, and there was a lot of females and people that didn't like me. And she said, I wish I had your enemies. And she was like, when you walk in the room, people be like, oh, there go Rochelle. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's so gorgeous. And then there'd be other people like, look at her. She thinks she all that. I can't stand her. And I can't this. And every time my sister, everywhere she goes, is always, where your sister, where your sister. And so I was like, but I had so many enemies. So many people that didn't like me. And she looked at me and she said, at least they knew you was alive. So it doesn't matter if you have, it doesn't matter, like you could be on this earth and feel all alone because you don't have friends and all of that. And that's how she felt. She felt like she was living up under my shadow. And she didn't take advantage of that because she could have made a lot of friends, but she didn't take advantage of that. So she felt like she was living under my shadow. And so there's times when people may not have a whole lot of friends, but of course you got to make your own friends. But it's so important because people say, oh, I got all these enemies and I got all these people that hate me and oh, I don't know what to do. At least they know you're alive. Your name is ringing in their mouth, in their head. They looking like, when they see you, they looking like, look at that girl, I can't stand her. And there's some times when I had situations that I was going through, like somebody, talking crazy and coming at me or whatever. And my enemies took up for me before my own friends. So don't get mad because you have enemies and people that don't like you because they know you alive. That means there's something that you're supposed to be doing in this world. You're supposed to be that person. You may supposed to be famous. You may supposed to be that person you may even be a person that's supposed to have foster kids and save a lot of kids from being abused. You may be that person that's supposed to be the next president of the United States. And if you're too busy spending the rest of your life thinking, why did they didn't like me in school? You're grown. Get over it. And if you're not grown, if you're still young and you're a teenager, get over it. Because there's a lot waiting for you in the future. So, we going to our next story, y'all. Peace out.